Tonight I want to tell you the story of a woman who had nothing, no money, no help, no future, and changed her life with a single assumption, not through elaborate scenes or detailed pictures in the mind, but through a single mood held faithfully night after night. This is the story of a lady, we shall call her TK, who came to my lectures for nearly a year. She was 55 years of age. Her bank account was almost depleted. She had neither the clothes nor the confidence to seek employment. She had no friend to whom she could turn, no family upon whom she might lean. And today it is no easy thing for a woman of 55 to apply for a position of any kind. Her rent was in arrears. Her situation seemed hopeless. She did not know how she would meet the next month's rent. Yet she had heard me speak of the power of imagination, and in her desperation she determined to put it to the test. One evening I told of an artist who had captured the feeling, "Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now," in his own experience. He did not visualize specific things. He simply assumed the feeling of wonder, the mood of something marvelous happening right now. This lady heard those words and decided to apply the same principle to her own case. Instead of imagining every article she needed, a new dress, money for rent, a job, she tried to capture the single sensation that something wonderful was happening to her. So as she prepared for sleep each night, she would say over and over to herself, "Isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now." She repeated it until the mood possessed her. She did not ask how or why or from whence will it come. She simply felt the wonder of it, as though marvelous things were already unfolding in her world. And in that feeling, she fell asleep. Night after night, for 2 months, she persisted in this imaginal act. She did not abandon it because the world gave no immediate sign. She made it her habitual mood before the eyes closed in sleep. The conscious reasoning mind was not allowed to interfere with its questions. She simply dwelled in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, though she named no particular wish. Then one day in early October, she met a casual acquaintance she had not seen for many months. They spoke briefly of old times. He mentioned he was about to leave for New York. She thought nothing more of it. Exactly 1 month later, to the day, this same man appeared at her door. Without explanation, he handed her a certified check made out in her name for $2,500. When the first shock had passed, the story came out. During his trip to New York, he had met quite by accident a mutual friend she had not seen nor heard from in more than 25 years. This old friend in those 25 years had become extremely wealthy. Upon hearing of her circumstances, he had instructed this man to deliver the check at once and to inform her that from that day forward, a check for a similar amount would arrive each month for the remainder of her life. That is exactly what happened. From that moment, she knew no lack. Her needs were met abundantly. Her health improved. A sense of security and peace came upon her. All this not by striving after separate things, but by faithfully assuming one sensation. Isn't it wonderful? The law is simple. Moods are imaginal activities without which no creation is possible. Moods and the imaginal act are not different powers. They are different movements of the same creative activity. We say we are happy because we have achieved our goal. We do not realize the process works equally well in the reverse. We achieve the goal because we have assumed the happy feeling of the wish fulfilled. When I speak of feeling, I do not mean an emotional thrill, but acceptance of the fact that the desire is fulfilled. Tonight, take this lady's example. Persist in your folly, if folly it seems, until it becomes wisdom. Dare to assume the feeling that it is done. Fall asleep night after night in the one simple sensation, isn't it wonderful? And watch, as Scripture declares, how things which are unseen are brought into being by that which is seen in imagination. So tonight, put it to the test. Fall asleep in the simple feeling, isn't it wonderful? Something marvelous is happening to me now. Persist in that mood, night after night. If your world does not rearrange itself, if the evidence does not appear, then return and tell me that imagination does not work. But you will not return with that claim, for you will discover what you have always been, the operant power. Hear this truth. You are not the victim of events. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. You are the cause. You are the dreamer of the dream, God Himself playing you. Wake up from this dream of limitation. Wake up from the belief that you are powerless. Lay down the old robe that you have worn so long. Choose another part. Play it boldly, and the world has no choice but to conform. Now go, play the part you have chosen.